All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business. TCB. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And let's start every possession this half by looking to trigger the fast break. Less bodies on the defensive glass and more guys headed up the court looking for the outlet pass. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
Yeah, it's been a lockdown defensive effort from him through the first 2 quarters. He's just swatting shots away.
Well, the reach and the timing he's shown to get to some of these shots has been really impressive. He looks like he has telescope arms out there. He's like an octopus.
Monroe and Drummond there inside. Ellis is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Chan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. They get the rebound. Whiteside kicks to Bosh. He dishes it to Whiteside. Poke loose. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
So it's Miami now, trailing by 13. Dragic against Irving. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Whiteside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight. Detroit leading by 11. Here's the dude. Monroe with a screen on Robinson. Chan connects from three-point range. The dude's got 24 points.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
There's the pick. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Outside Bosh. He kicks to Dragic. 6 to shoot. From deep. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got 11 points.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group, the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. And you look at the dude, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
You know, there are plenty of above-average rebounders at his position, but he is way above average.
And he utilizes his speed and hustle to beat some of the bigger guys to the spots in the paint, and he's able to corral those rebounds as a result.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Chan. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Now Dragic, outside Dragic. Got a piece of it and stolen by Drummond. It's tipped. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Heat schedule, this is how they stack up in the league stats. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. 13th in rebounding. And they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good. Not too bad.
And what jumps out at me, Mark, is the three-point percentage that you talked about. This is a team that you have to defend all over the floor. And it becomes such a task defensively when you have to cover out to the three-point line, because now it opens up passing and driving lanes inside.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Check out some of the numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Great work over the last month, averaging about 19 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
Whiteside, the pass to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Right side Bosh. There's the triple. Rebound, Detroit. The Dudes got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We take a look at the Pistons. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Miami, just way behind.
Well, you know, looking at Miami, unfortunately, mediocre is a word we've heard used to describe their overall performance this season.
Yeah, I expected them to be a few rungs up the ladder from where they are. That drive, that motivation has been sorely lacking.
Irving against Dragic. Outside Robinson. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Monroe with a screen on Robinson. Chan passes to Monroe.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
Monroe. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Monroe. And he makes both free throws.
The Heat have not defended well against Monroe.
He's got 8 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound.
Dragic kicks to Dragic. The kick out to Dragic. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Chan. The Dude's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the dish to Monroe. Here's the Dude, guarded by Robinson. Sinks it, and the shot from Chan. The Dude's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Bosh heads the pick for Dragic. And he feeds it to Bosh. Again, the miss by the Heat. Detroit with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Drummond with a screen on Robinson. Throws it up high. Stolen by Bosh. Dragic left side. Heat moving the ball around. Bosh, no one around him. Bosh can't get that one to fall. Irving dishes to Monroe. Monroe with a screen on Robinson. Back to Monroe. Here's Drummond. Ellis outside. Screen by Monroe. Pocket 6. Excellent use of the screen that time. 31 points for the Dude.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
And the Pistons making a change here. Green's checked in. Napier, he's checked in for Miami. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Heat's coach going over their game. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Dragic with it. Guarded now by Irving. Pass to Napier. Here's Whiteside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Take a look at what Hassan Whiteside's done. 15 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Detroit making a switch here. Second free throw, no good. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 14-4 run. Into Green, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Here's the dude. He's guarded by Dragic. The kick out to Irving. Another 3 for Detroit.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Outside Dragic. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Here's the dude. He's guarded by Dragic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Bosch sets the pick for Dragic. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. Napier's got 7 points in the game.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
To the left side wing. Now the feed to Green. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Pistons #1.
And the beauty of watching this club is seeing the ball move the way it does. This is a very unselfish basketball team.
Miami's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Napier. 7 points in the game. Dragic left side. Ball's knocked loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 16 points.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Robinson against Green. Robinson passes to Napier. And a miss.